Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everybody in this wonderful world of ours? For me, it's still daylight. It's very nice. Still daylight. What time did I set this for? This is 7 o'clock. Fine. This is really 5 o'clock. I wanted to make sure I was right. But yeah, it's still daylight. The sun will set. The sun will set together. It's a romantic candlelit dinner. I don't have a candle handy. But that's basically the vibe we're going to have. Doing a bit of thinking, me. Doing a bit of thinking. We're going to have a guest joining us soon. I got to send the invite, though, but I haven't got to that yet. But I will. I will. If you're watching, you're watching. I'm in the runway to do that. Lot to talk about. A lot of strange things going down. Talk about Doctor Who magazine, right? We should talk about Doctor Who magazine because I think I worked out what's wrong with it, right? I think I worked out what's wrong with it. It's that the editor or editorial team have lost the will to live, right? That's but here. Do I have here? I'll pull it up. Let me pull up Doctor Who. But over here, this is actually fascinating. Let me share the screen. Do a bit of share screen action. That's me, baby. I don't want to report. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. This is what we want. Doink. There you go. So here. Fascinating, actually. When you this is when I started my digital subscription, right? And we see Capaldi wasn't on the cover that much. He had to be like kind of, but I think he was on his way out then because they'd already announced he only had one more story to go. I think his era was over at this one where I came in. And then had Jodie on the cover, but then he's basically only had David Bradley. I like David Bradley. I thought he was good. I liked his interpretation of it, right? And then we, there was a twilight time between the two. Jodie was the new Doctor, and I was okay with it all, right? I was like, yeah, okay, let's see what's going to happen. It chugged along, and then suddenly Jodie going clunk, 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 clunk. It was like a smack round the face because we were all within 5 weeks, right? Within 5 weeks, we were all in the bag for her, right? We're all like, I want this to work. I mean, even if you thought it wouldn't, most people wanted it to work, right? And the assumption was it was going to work. But it didn't, and there was an anger and belligerence, and here's why there was an anger and belligerence about that. It's because I'm going to circle back to this in a couple of minutes. It's because everybody who works in media has to be of the same template. Everybody has to think Trump was the worst ever. Everybody has to think that Jeremy Corbyn would have been a great prime minister. Everybody has to think, this is basically like Biden's great. Like everybody has to think, and it's that one mono culture that has destroyed Doctor Who magazine. But here's the thing. I think, well, whoever the editor is now, he knows how bad it is. He's actually the captain on the ship, right? He knows how bad it's going down. He knows it, and the vibe I get is he's just lost his will to live, right? He's just like, I can't believe I'm still doing this, right? So anyway, Jodie first season, a lot of Jodie covers. Okay, a bit controversial, right? Shut up, make it sexist, blah. That's what's going on all around this time, right? These 4 classic covers. Then Jodie back, yeah, Jodie's the bestest ever. Oh, look, we love our Jodie. And this was kind of like a culture war going on. And basically what happened over here is, and then the bubbled under the surface. Then it was like back, and it was even worse, right? Then it got even worse, and I was like crunch, like, and people were like, what the? At that point, you will see her vanish from the covers. You don't go 4 issues, which is what you previously got. You went here. Last time it was a skip of. Let's go back again. Let's go to slide 2. Loading. Last time it was a skip of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no more than 6 issues before there was a Jodie cover. Right, so let's see what it turned into. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Are you getting a hint now? Now we got to put her on the cover. It's Revolution of the Dalek. We got to put her on solid cover, and all the fans say, "Oh, that doesn't hurt sales." I think if it did, the instances of it wouldn't have gone down. That's what I think. Don't have the data. I don't have the data. You have to get a subscription to something that costs about £300 a year to get the data, and sort of. I love you, but not that much, baby. But then again, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's like, and she's the current Doctor. It's a significant drop in representation. And her fans have noticed, right? Her fans have noticed, and there was a reason she was dropped from the cover of the annual. Anyway, so let's look at the most recent issue. Now I'm doing a review of this tomorrow. Well, whatever. We'll have a quick shufty. See what's going on. Not much. Basically, I'm kind of annoyed with them because they ripped off that wonderful Doctor Who Blackpool book, which is free to download. Oh, and it's wonderful. And it's so well designed. It's just a beautiful piece of love where people send in their own pictures and memories of Blackpool and the love of it. Oh my God. I never went to Blackpool. My heart swelled. It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend you go and find it. So they ripped off that idea badly. This is what they should have done. Schmuckos, right? They should have basically reprinted sections of the book with them, right? Within it, and then interview people who made the exhibition. If you can find it, if you can't pull an archive Brian Wilkie, interview, whatever. Because and I do remember there being something about him doing exhibitions. I think it was in Blackpool, right? And then you could do a feature on Nightmare Fair with the story that never happened. That would be a great issue. Do a Blackpool issue, right? What else happened in Blackpool with Doctor Who? I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be great if they went out and got this would be lovely, right? Really lovely. An 8-page black and white Pertwee Joe Grant Doctor Who story in Blackpool. Like Sea Devils or something, right? So wouldn't that be a great issue of Doctor Who magazine? Yeah, it would be. Now you know why I just came up with a great issue and they can't come up with shit. Because I still love Doctor Who, and they know it's dead. They know they killed it. It's great cover, by the way. Really good cover. Great Photoshop work. That's actually worth a feature in of itself. Hearing about who Photoshopped that. But yeah, listen, it's so ripping them off. It's really not nice. They don't talk about them at all. I really don't think it's nice. Martha Jones, we'll talk about that. That's very exciting. This story there was talking about, I'm like, it's nice, but I don't know. It just feels a bit too, I don't know, exploitative somehow. I wish them all the best. I do. I really do, but I have no idea. It just seems like they're offensively weaponizing him to they're Greta Thunberging him for a certain extent. I love it. Look, lovely boy, but I mean, whoa, okay, you like him. That's good. We should look at this Brigadier stuff. It actually looks quite interesting. I got the link to Candy Jar. You know what? I might be interested. This I was initially no. Martha Jones. I was initially nah. I mean, it's all crap. Then I saw it had a good writing team, And I'm like, yeah, you might have me. You might have. Oh, she does look beautiful. She does look. Tell you what, I trained my son well. I trained my youngest son. Upstairs, it was really nice, by the way, when my kids came home and they made dinner together. They made it's really nice salmon, cream gnocchi, and salad and garlic bread and focaccia, and they all made it together. It was really nice. I was like, whoa, this is because they're all grown up now, right? And they were talking about politics, local politics, and I was like, "Here, what Ayelet Shaked did? Ayelet Shaked is a politician. Everyone's kind of mad at her on the right wing because they joined the left wing bloc to form a government, which nobody wanted to happen, which ousted Netanyahu out of power. That's how Bennett got to be prime minister. I think fair dues. I think fair dues. He played the game. He played it by the rules, and he won." So I don't like him, but I think, well, you know what, you won, mate. I think his win is more legitimate than Biden's, right? And I really do. And I don't like him. So there you go. So anyway, so he's got a psychic called Ayelet Shaked, and they're like, "Here, what you do? She's so stupid." Then my son turned around as I was going downstairs, and he said a very, very important point in this political debate. He says, "But she's hot." And you know what? She's. Have you ever seen? Was that Ayelet Shaked? She's crazily hot. One second, let's look her up. She shouldn't be a politician. Ayelet Shaked. There you go. Like, this woman has no business being a politician. Like I shouldn't want to bang politicians, right? No, that's wrong. Yeah, well, it's not even showing me the picture. Blimey. It's going to set me off. Okay, let's try this one as well. Wow. No, nothing. Anything from Jerusalem Post gets blocked. That's so weird. There you go. But I want to try and get a full body shot because she's very attractive. How about this one? There you go. So yeah, he did add in. Yeah, but she's hot. And you know what? He's correct. So yes, she is hot. So there you go. We can forgive most things. Okay, we can forgive most things. We are a fickle people. I have to tell you. There's a bit in the Bible, right? One of my favorite parts is this guy Balak, King Balak, goes and gets Bilam, the prophet. Bilam was the prophet of the non-Jews that rivaled Moses, right? And his tagline was, he who he blesses shall be blessed, right? And so Balak wants him to go and curse the Jews because they're coming and they're shitting themselves after, Egypt collapses, right? So they're like, wait, what? Who are these people? They get like, and they're like, and in all fairness, we are doing pretty well. Although all the way through the Bible, when we're crossing through like different outlines, we're going through the Amorites. And listen, we're not going to take anything. We're just going to go from here to there. Leave us alone. We'll all be cool. They're like, fuck you. Honestly, every time. Let's look at the Bible. Anyway, so he sends this guy Bilam to curse the Jews, the Israelites, I should say at the time. So he goes there, but God doesn't want him to do it. And an angel appears before his donkey, and his donkey can't go forward, right? And he starts beating the donkey. The donkey turns around and speaks to him. This is where the thing of a talking horse comes from. Donkeys. This is in the Bible. Okay, there's weird shit in the Bible. This is why you're hitting me. So it turns out, our commentators tell us that they have a very intimate relationship. Yeah, Bilam was banging the donkey, right? Again, this is the shit when you really know the Bible. Okay, Bilam was banging the donkey. So he gets there and he tries to curse him, but he can't because he says, how great are your tents, O Israel? Because we're not. Every tent was like kind of like modest. You couldn't see into each other's tent because of it, and because of that, you wouldn't see any, shagging, improvise. Okay, catch a glimpse of that. Well, that's pretty impressive. So, but that was also a curse, right? And that was how that part ends. He said, basically the way to destroy them is to destroy family, right? You can destroy any people by destroying family. How do you destroy the Jews of family? You send them hot shiksas, okay? I'm not even joking. That's what the Bible is. They actually say that. You send them like Midianites. I'm like, no, they're talking like they are. They say send the forbidden fruit. Ah! Make them blonde, like you don't get that often. And so the prince of who is it? I can't remember. Prince of one of the tribes starts copulating, right? With this, who is it? Not Midianite. Again, not Amorite. Is it Moabite? Right? Moabites, dirty whores, apparently. Moabites are dirty whores! They are. Again, I didn't write the Bible. I just read it salaciously to myself. No, but it's true. But they say... there's a whole bit in the Talmud, in the Babylonian Talmud, talking about, was it in Avodah Zorah, the idolatry tractate. It's saying that different ways, different racial groups like to pleasure themselves. And he talks of one racial group, and you've got to think of yourself as, he'll go to the market, buy himself a piece of meat, give it a bit of that, give it a good humping, then he'll cook it and eat it. Right? That's that type of guy. The other guy, you want again. This is no joke. Jewish law is you're not allowed to leave your donkey overnight in a non-Jewish stable because you must assume that donkey will be raped, okay? This is actual Jewish law, okay? I'm not making this shit up, okay? I can't have you look after my dog. Also, you're not allowed to open a bottle of wine for me either. That's another one of those weird ones. We've got a lot of them. Anyway, the reason for the wine one was they didn't want Jews and non-Jews drinking together because they knew that's how Jews and non-Jews would end up marrying each other. Which, again, that's why they had to send in the shiksas. So they said, how great is it? So how do you destroy the family for the Jews? You send them, you dirty Moabite whores, okay? And they'll be copulating. Yeah. So the prince of what's his name? Can't remember his name, okay, was copulating with her in publicly to show how righteous it was. I can't even remember. But actually how people will, for sex, people will work out anything, right? And, I know most people who are of average intelligence, but when it comes to used to. Back in the day, back before the internet, when it used to getting free porn, right? People become high-level specialists. They could reroute, satellites. Again, that was back in the day. Back in the day when everything, you had to work for everything, and it was all sweeter for it, let me tell you. And at that point, Pinchas steps up and is a zealot. And he takes his sword and he skewers the prince through his nether regions, through his backside, into the Moabite princess, dirty whore that she is, was, I should say, and thus saves the Jews from being annihilated by the wrath of God. And again, that's a fair rendition of the story, right? I'm not embellishing any of that. You see, the Bible's in it. That's why you should get my book, Biblical. Biblical's an interesting book. Let's have a look at the chat, baby. I'll look at the chat, then I got to go invite somebody. Okay, that's it. Got to remember to do the things you got to do. Okay, baby. Disaster, how you doing? Oh man, I was really enjoying Noel's stream earlier, but I had to go. Right, it was firstly, I have to prepare for this stream, which I really didn't enough. There was a bunch more stuff I wanted to bookmark. I really want to look at this Fauci thing, right? Because I really can relate to this Fauci thing, right? If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's essentially Fauci getting his ass handed to him. He says you're not allowed to do this thing, and they go, and he holds that report saying you did exactly this thing, and he said, no, that is not that thing. It's exactly that thing. He says, you don't understand. You are not an expert. I am an expert. That's what they fucking do when they get cornered, and I have personal experience of that, mate. That's what this thing that's been going on in my life for the last couple of years, right? I've been talking about basically since I started the channel, 18 months. Thankfully, this comes to a conclusion sooner rather than later. And oh boy, has it worked out well for me. It's just wow. There's a person out there who really didn't like me, who's just set themselves on fire. I mean, not literally, but set their. I just don't even know what to tell you, mate. I got in a lot of trouble because I said something that we all knew to be true. I got in a lot of trouble for that. I had to go into hiding. But this one happened in front of like fucking everybody, right? Everybody. I might have to say it. I don't know. Listen, I'll say it here when no one's watching. Nobody I know anyway. But I'm gonna keep it stum when I go out the house, mate. I don't know. That's like I'm feeling in the dark. So that Fauci thing I really relate to, because that's exactly what happened to me when I caught this official making a stupid decision. Bottom line, I caught this official making this really dumb decision, which was going to have terrible repercussions. And lo and behold, those terrible repercussions came to pass, and I got like castigated for trying to avert this awful outcome that did indeed happen. I bodily threw myself into the engine, and it just chewed me up and spat me out. Right? It was, but you had to do it. What can you do? You had to hang on. Listen, when you decide you're only going to do the right thing, that's a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, you got to do shit you wouldn't believe, mate. You have to do. I tell you, it makes you a better person. But whoa, like although it amazes me, right? It amazes me. It will, people will just look the other way because of status quo. They don't want to rock the status quo, because if they see something, and that's the status quo and I think to their mind it's all reality. It's not. It's that things go wrong sometimes, right? I don't know, but it's but this last thing that happened, it's like so huge. It's so nuclear. It's so undeniable. It's like I can't imagine having a career after what went down. And I can't go into details, but woo! I wish everybody the best. So, but that Fauci thing, fucking the same thing, mate. I'm telling you, exactly what happened to me when I tried to talk this guy down. Right? At the beginning, I spent hours trying to talk this guy down, and had he listened to me, everything would have been better. And it basically, and I talked to him. I had him like cornered and everything. Like there's no logic to this position. I know why he came to it, and I think that's the problem. I think he was embarrassed by the way he came to the decision, and he couldn't back down because of it. That's what I think went down, in my opinion. It's but he said the same thing. He said, "Oh, I'm an expert. You don't know. I proved it 9 ways till Sunday, mate. What do you want out of me?" It's like we have to do the right thing, right? You have to do the right thing, and sometimes doing the right thing is crazy, right? But poor, it was a very, actually, you know what? When it was happening, and I made that decision, it was weird. It was a weird decision. It was the best recreation of that I can think of is there's a scene in Battlestar Galactica where after they met Pegasus, right, second season, and Sharon was about to get raped, right, and then Hilo and what's his name, Tyrell, go in and save her, right, and by accident they kill the guy, the officer. So they get arrested. They get taken over to Pegasus. And at first, I was like, "What's going on?" No, anyway. And next thing he hears, they've been sentenced to execution. And there's a bit there where he says, "No, right? I don't care what the consequences are. This right is right and wrong is wrong, right? And that's what it was like. It was weird, but it just amazed me how few people there were, like who saw it in the way I did. But I think I've been vindicated in the way I see it now, and that's what I mean. I don't see there's any way I haven't been. It's mind blowing, man. It's mind blowing. But yeah. So, but yeah, that Fauci thing really relate to it. Fine, we are going to get to that. If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. Okay. Just also PD Rich, how you doing? Glad to have you back. I'm glad the NHS hasn't held you hostage once again. I think it's like, yeah, I have to tell you, I love the NHS. When my father was dying, they gave him such great care. They were wonderful. Yeah, other than but I think if you're going to live, maybe not as good. I don't know, but if you're going to die, they're the ones you want. Ethan Buckham, how are you doing? Keely Chow, how are you? Let me see, PD Rich. I think I bought was Master Special back in 2016. Yeah, it's all the way through Jodie. It was just antagonistic. I mean, look, I'll look at the covers again, but it was just here. Fine, we'll go back 1 second. Let's have a look. I forgot we were looking at that. Hang on 1 second. So we got Feeema, Feeema, nice looking lady, baby. Okay, so we got this letters, yeah. Okay, blah blah blah. Don't really care. Ad, I guess. Yeah, more letters. But you can't even get people to cosplay as bloody Jodie. I know. Well, that does look like it might be, a. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not going to assume that person's gender because I can't. Because I can't guess. Okay, I could go either way on that one. Okay. I say yeah. They could have done something about this show doing very panto. Or this one. We kick off our holiday-themed issue with this sightseeing tour of the Doctor's favorite planet. No, it's stupid. That's just a dumb filler. That's stupid. No. If you're going to do holiday locations the Doctor's been to or filmed at, great. That's just dumb. It's all just dumb. Yeah. So rip off. I mean, they're ripping it off so badly. Why don't they just use it? It's just embarrassing, right? They're really ripping off these other guys. It's horrible. I mean, I'm glad they're I guess doing as well. But why can't they just done it in conjunction and added their research to theirs and make the whole thing bigger? Right? It's foolish and disappointing. Okay, that's basically where I am. It's foolish and disappointing. But it's such a rip-off. Oh, why don't you just credit them? And if they do, I apologize. Honestly, if anybody wants to tell me, oh no, they do credit them, I do apologize. That was pretty cool. I like that eagle. Man, I love eagles. Okay, fine. If we ever have unlimited funds, first thing we're building several ships. It's a life-size Millennium Falcon, and with the round antenna, obviously, life-size Millennium Falcon, but that will be dwarfed by the life-size Starship Enterprise. Yes, I think I'll put a casino in I think maybe a rotating restaurant in the saucer section. Right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking as a tourist attraction, maybe the hotel. You can stay in the nacelle suite. Or that's where they put I just like the idea. They were going to build that in Vegas, and I was like, oh man. So, but do Millennium Falcon and Eagle Transporter, of course. Okay. So this is a nice retrospective on Dodo. I mean, who wrote this? It's Jonathan Ruby traces the short acting career of Jackie Lane. Okay, well, that's shouldn't take him long then. It was only a few weeks, wasn't it? I like he's wearing the Dodo sweater. That's cool. Fine, more Dodo. Okay. So yeah, this is an odd thing to put 4 pages into, because it's coming like, I'm into like the documentary stuff, but the animation looks a bit like you want to keep it to yourself, mate. Like, yeah, we just did the bare minimum to make you buy it, I guess. You know, like, I don't know. I'm dissing them. We should check out the Time Fracture trailer. Now it's offline. Man, have you seen that Dune trailer? I would love to do a trailer reaction, because I love that trailer. Like, I am so psyched for that movie. Oh my god, everything about it is perfect. Okay, like what's his name? It's Duncan Idaho. What's his name? Game of Thrones guy. Aquaman. Whatever. You know who I am. Yeah, him as Duncan Idaho. Oh, man, so freaking... Oh, is it still... No, Duncan Idaho. And it just looks really trippy and interesting. What's this? John Ruby pays tribute to late David Heyman. Blimey. Is he the obituary guy? Like, hi, someone's dead. Yeah, you're on, John. You're on, John. There we go. 3 pages sold. Done. Weird thing for fact or fiction, but yeah, whatever. Who's right facts or fiction? Alan Barnes. Yeah, let them have a job. I like old Alan Barnes. But again, Alan Barnes delivered well. I bet there's nobody, absolutely nobody in that entire freaking industry, right, who doesn't think Trump was the worst and doesn't wish Jeremy Corbyn was prime minister, right? Nobody. Zero. Yeah, they all believe the same talking points. It's not good, mate. We should all learn to live together. Speaking of somebody with who has your boot on my neck. Okay, at least they should have made this a bit bigger, right? There's a lot more they could have done with it. It's not. Is it apocrypha? I'm not sure. It's as much apocrypha as Sharda, right? I remember the Ultimate Evil. It wasn't that good. Mission Magnus, freaking awful. Okay, Mission Magnus is embarrassingly bad. All right, the season poll. Were there only 3 books this year? Because I get a feeling there were. And also, here's the thing. That all these things are freaking meaningless nowadays because of like those Twitter psychos, right? Because they don't. Okay, the point of a poll is to see where the pulse of fandom actually is, right? To see what's up, what's down. And maybe the thing you like is it, or maybe the thing you like isn't it. But they can't live with that. So they say, no, let's make 1,000 sock puppet accounts and like whatever they can do to put their thumb on the scale because they can't stand to lose. And like, so all these things are worthless now. This used to be interesting. But I'm still surprised Out of Time did so well. I think Stranded 1 got what's the word? People liked it out of obligation. All right? It was okay. It was interesting. I mean, favorite merchandise, obviously, season 14. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Best cover. Yeah, I think the Joe Martin as a Doctor was the again. I think it's disingenuous overvoting because they can't bear not to win. Right? Basically, what it is, they just oh man, I'm still waiting on getting this. This is I got the extended editions, and I started watching Time of the Rani, but I'm like, oh god, I was going to review each one, but oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad. This isn't so bad. It's just. It's not what they sold me, right? It's not what they sold me. I'm a little bit cheesed off. There's only one more part. So when I kept saying we're halfway through, no, we are actually 2/3 the way through. I mean, that last 3 may be a Dalek freaking Finanza because we actually haven't had a Dalek story as yet. John Colcher. See, this is what Big Finish being crap has done for me. It makes me get more stuff through Audible because I'm loving John Colcher. Like John Colcher, I'll follow anywhere. I freaking love him. So that's it. So who's reading this one? Dan Stark. I just wish they could get Capaldi to do something, right? I really miss Capaldi, right? It's but if you like Capaldi, I got to send that link. Damn. Okay, 1 second. If you like Capaldi. I got a recommendation. I got to do a review of it, but it's not ready yet. Here we go. Copy to clipboard. That's that done. Okay, let me just. I got to stop sharing screen, otherwise I'm going to dox that guy, and that would be bad. That would be bad. 1 second. So I'm going to massages, and then I should get back to the chat. Here you go. Here's the link, baby. Doink. And it's off. Let me get to the chat. Captain Scott. Oh my God! I'm only at 7:04. Get out of here. Magazine is dead too. Thanks to Chip and all the people like Benjamin. Yeah, no, we were looking at. They just had this war with the audience, lost, and now are demoralized and want to die. And they keep on going like, I can't believe we still got 16,000. Bloody hell! You know, like we all feel the same way. That's probably broadcasters for you, Rabbi. The drones will all have a complete SJW, even to recommend a job. I personally avoid working from all. And it's like, but you know, like none of them can look around at themselves and go, "Oh my God, we're zombies. We're all identical zombies." There's no diversity whatsoever. Chris Berger is here. How are you doing, sir? Garbage is here. I do like your special weapons Dalek avatar. I like the things that never happen. So anyway, actually, it's a brilliant fight. I don't know what it was. That was 25 minutes ago, mate. I don't know. What's it called here? The Blackpool thing, probably. Yeah, that stuff was great. I think. Martha Wolf was all. Yeah, look, she's a hot baby. By the way, let me tell you how attractive she is. Let's just pull up the thumbnail, right? The thumbnail, the thumbnail that launched 1,000 ships. We do. Where is it? I go to my RFAT folder. Yeah, I got a bunch of things coming up. I'll open up a whole bunch of do that. Though that's this one. There we go. Over here and over here. There you go. Doink. Okay, that's what thinking about it. It's thinking about it. It's not really thinking about it. It's not really doing anything. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a good one. I'll get to that one soon. Here we go. So we'll start over here. Share screen. Sharing screen, sir. Yeah. Hello. Now, yeah, unfortunately, there are no Feeema bikini pics, and I have to tell you, she doesn't quite look as good as that in real. And you know, if you do see her bikini pics, that's actually Halle Berry. I thought, well, that would be a match, wouldn't it? Again, especially in my dark, perverted mind. We're back, Feeema, says John Barrowman. Oh yes. There were tears before bedtime on Twitter. Let's celebrate with the Tullis pool party. Now, who fancies the game of Find the Sausage? I like John Barrowman. What do you want me to tell you? And then we're going to talk about the Harry Potter story, gendered on binaries, because to make that the case, you probably do need magic. That is true. That's true. Let's leave that up there for now, because you know what? It's a piece of work. I think I worked for a while. Paul Roach, how you doing, sir? Above the link to Louis chatting with Tom. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Again, it's all really nice. I just feel it's a bit. It just feels a bit icky, right? It feels like I don't think everyone has the best intentions, right? That's because I think a lot of people about it. What was I going to say? Yeah, a lot of people just don't have the best intentions. That's it. The name is Louis, not Louis. Louise, not Louis. Okay, I will try and remember that. Wow. So PD Rich 15 minutes ago. I don't know what I did, baby, but I'm glad you liked it. I'm not going to marry you. Okay. I wonder what happened. What could it be? Anyway, well, as we try and ponder that, I'm still going through the chat, but I have a guest here. He's very well wrapped up. I forget, he's on the other side of the world, and for him it's winter. And I'm like, well, why does he look like the Nook of the North? He's the one. He's the only. He's a person who's just opened his own YouTube channel, which you are going to all subscribe to and be generally quite nice to. Cool. So the one, the only Matt Pott. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you very much, Rabbi, for the invite.
You're welcome.
Absolutely
it is winter for you.
freezing.
You're not just like a weirdo, right?
I'm in the middle of winter.
Right. Forget. Yeah, you're in Australia. You're in Australia with that.
Yeah, and it's
with that wacky
extremely
water going the
cold.
other way.
Yeah,
I tell you.
Yeah. Well, I actually just bought this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you go.
I'll say finding the right level of sexy to porny for a Harry Potter ad into your thumbnail. Not easy. It's like that. It's like that dial on the toaster where you go from like not cook, not cook, not cook, burn to fuck. Right? That like there's like ah.
Yeah.
So
you
it's
gotta be careful what you Google.
Oh my gosh! There's things I've seen that I can never unsee. There's a lot of Harry Potter gay porn. Like a lot. Yeah, so I had to I had to put Hermione into the search there to help temper that down.
I bet there's plenty of that too.
Yes, there's plenty of that. Apparently, Hermione likes black dick, so there you go. I like that she's not prejudiced, and I never thought that she would be. Of course, she's black herself now.
Okay.
In which case, she'll probably like white dick. So because that's the way she rolls. Anyway, let me get to the chat. This time, how you doing, sir? Chris Solar, lovely to see. Chris, we're there. We are going to print this month. Okay, I want it in your hands ASAP. As soon as we get it in the print queue, I will let everybody know when fulfillment's happening. I'm excited for everybody to get the Indiegogo, but we are. I'm doing all my appearances. Man, I was up at 4 a.m. this morning on a weird show, which I really enjoyed. Okay, picture this. I worked out that I was with I was on the wrong side of the tracks. These are all dangerous people. Yeah, these are all dangerous people, all of which could handle themselves. Yeah, and they do these really hardcore weird books. So there's this really kind of sweet girl from New York who did like this a fluffy bunny Indiegogo comic. It said, now if you're a furry and like furry porn, of course they do that as well. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, so it's fascinating. Yeah, apparently they make their own furry outfits.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's I just listen. I don't want to criticize. I just
professionals
don't
as well.
furries, okay, I like snuggling my dog, but I wouldn't like to fuck it. Right? It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I wouldn't.
And I want to tell you, my dog is very pretty. A very pretty animal. Right? Still, don't want to. Oh, I love my dog. Let's keep going in the chat. Ethan Black sounds like my family. Okay, I don't know what happened to your truth and got castigated and slandered. Yeah, it was just the community, not the family though. Raging AVC. Have you been here before? I don't recall. Hello there. We're tuning for well. You see, we worked out. You came in about 20 minutes ago. What was I talking about? I don't know. I wait for the Rakita Law video on Fauci. Oh. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Fauci. Have you seen that video with Fauci?
No.
Oh, it's so good. CK Charlie Chancellor's here. Jason Moore, there you go. Have you seen the Dune trailer?
No. I need to watch that.
It looks so good. I can't play it. They'll give me a copyright strike. I got one strike already. So, there's no way I'm playing it. But it looks awesome.
Yeah, but look what happened to them that gave you the strike, so that's good, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. But much like Abraham, he who curses him himself becomes cursed. And and thank you. I thank the good Lord for that. By the way, if you want to be prophesied and look into the future, we have this coming Saturday night. I particularly like this thumbnail. Ooh. Holy wardrobe malfunction! Batgirl's new costume is making my bat knickers too tight, says Robin. Well, you will find this out. That's just one thing that makes you a boy wonder, mate. Okay, that makes you a boy wonder.
She is gorgeous, I must say.
Well, I did a bit of surgery on her. I did augment her a little bit.
Bit of a Frankenstein.
No, I use more like the warp and stretch function on Photoshop.
Ooh, oh, okay. Yep,
You see,
that's how they
you're
go about
welcome.
nowadays.
You're
That's
welcome.
very Kardashian, that is.
Yes, exactly. I work hard for my audience, okay, and I reckon. By the way, put the link to your channel in the private chat, or if you can put it in the real chat, put it in the real chat, and I will
Yeah, I think PD Rich did that actually.
Oh, there
I just
you go.
noticed
There you
PD Rich
go.
did it. So
Why
there you go.
am I even thinking to be doing anything else? Hey, grafting here into the recording studio. I don't know what any of that meant. Oh, I just jumped. It just jumped. Hang on. Fine. I'm just looking for my name. Merx Eddie is here. How are you doing, sir? Stefan Amaru. Shalom. Shabbat shalom. I think. Am I doing Fans of Faith on my channel tomorrow or on Father Miller's? Father Miller's. There you go. So I have to tell you, on Monday is the one of the happiest days in the Jewish calendar. You know, we went from the saddest day on Tisha B'Av, the 9th of the month, to the happiest day, Tu B'Av. So on Tu B'Av, it used to be a tradition that the young maidens of marriageable age would dress all in white. All of them would dress similarly, right? And they would go frolicking in the fields. And then the young men of marriageable age would chase after them, right? And basically whoever caught whoever would end up getting married. It was like
were they virgins though?
Yeah. It was kind of like a Wicker Man sort of thing. So, and apparently it worked out.
No cooking marshmallows at the end.
Tu B'Av is the like it's a day of love. A day of love, Tu B'Av. What happened to them who gave you a straight rubber? Exactly. The good Lord sent a flood. I mean, really? Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with the rabbi, baby. You get a flood, right? That's what happens. I don't recommend.
I did have a laugh when I saw that.
I mean, really? I mean, come on. I plugged your stupid thing enough. Power Rangers and Doctor Who reviewer is here. I hate McGann's Doctor because of the TV movie, but thoughts please. Oh, I really like McGann's Doctor because of the TV movie, but because of everything else.
Yeah, I like McGann too.
Yeah. We were like,
I couldn't believe that people didn't like him. I was like, what? He's a doctor. He's better than that other one, anyway.
Which one? Oh, here we go.
The latest one.
We have this one coming up tomorrow.
Oh,
Shomron tells the Jodie Whittaker is doing. But they said I was the best it ever. We're going to have the 2018 review tomorrow. I just got to read it. And of course, Doctor Who review, Doctor Who magazine review, which I went back and redid the thumbnail after it arrived. Like I did the thumbnail yesterday. Then I saw it and I said, this month, after not being able to think of anything to say about Doctor Who, they rip off the fans' idea badly and forget to credit them.
See, they've had some really good specials that came out. So I don't know why they're just not doing those. You know, doing reprints and that sort of thing.
I think maybe that's under a different editorial team. It just feels like they've lost the will to live. But it feels like they went to war with their audience and they lost. Yeah. Right? And now they've lost the will to live, right? They're like, whatever, we'll put this shit out. Okay, I won't put Jodie on it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, there was a lot of there was a really good one recently. They did with all the designs of Doctor Who, and like they had a lot of the the backdrops and everything and how they were designed and everything. And
they
brilliant.
But that was a while ago though.
Yeah. Well, we get it late. We get it like 4 or 5 months later.
That's why I do it digitally. But here, listen. Let's look at the arc of Jodie Whittaker. Right, we looked at this earlier, but we'll look at it again.
I probably through it.
The weird art. Well, so it's like season 1, Jodie Whittaker, right? Lots of Jodie Whittaker. Kind of controversial. Let's go and look at other things for a while. That's a pretty way to go. But I think at this point they were all the way through this. They were at war with fandom, right? This is when they were like they were like the sexist, racist, and then it really kicked up over here. Right, these covers. They're like Jodie's the best, And then the second season started, right? And they thought everyone kind of hoped the second season would reboot it and make it better. Then it made everything a lot worse. And you notice Jodie just vanishes at that point, right? Like you get like a cyber thing, but that doesn't really count. You go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You go 9 covers without seeing her. Like it's nearly like they put her in once a year. That's
pretty bad. That is
right.
This is in its death now, isn't it? This is like
So basically, the moment I think they lost the war was here. They realized it was over. They all like lost it. I think this was their last and they lost. Right? I think COVID happened sometime around here, wasn't it? COVID would have been about here. Yeah, you can see when COVID hit. That's when they lost the will to live.
Yeah, because they would have already done the Timeless Children by then, because they've got the Cybermen there. So yeah.
So they would have.
Thankfully, I avoided it all.
Yeah,
I literally haven't watched an episode since 2017.
But you see over here. Here's where they're scared, right? Because they're really putting out, right? These 4 issues, they are scared shitless. And they are working their tails off. They do 4 of the best issues, I think. It's really good at you. And, Whittaker nowhere to be seen, of course. At that point, they see the new year started, and their decline they haven't climbed out their decline as they were predicted to. And now they're fucked, right? That's basically what they are. And you see over here, they just kind of lose the will to live, right? Yeah, that smug look on Jodie right there. She's like, I broke it. Yeah, I told you I would, and I did.
I don't even think that's a recent photo, to be honest.
It's it is. It's the oh man, like what is she thinking with this expression? What is she trying to give over? Like okay, yeah, totally. Is like
she's not getting over.
I want to put my tongue in your vagina. Is what Yaz is saying, right? I would like to put my tongue in your vagina, right? And the doctor's like, I bet I can make her put her tongue in my vagina, right? That seems to be the expression, right? Am I reading it wrong?
No, that's pretty much what I see as well.
Okay, I mean, like this does seem to be
in
the
their
way
eyes. You can see it. It's like
I mean, it does seem to be the way they're gonna go. Season whatever it is 13, and I'm like, I so hope they do it. I so hope they go the scissoring and the TARDIS route. Because listen, the whole Revolution of the Dark, it wasn't like it was a subtle subtext, right? The Doctor came back and she was basically flicking herself off. It was weird. What can I tell you? It was a bit strange.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't be doing it for the blokes, would she?
I guess not. See, here's the trouble with Mandip Gill, right? Perfectly lovely person. Here's where she should be in her life. She should be working in the perfume counter at Tesco, right? Or the makeup counter, right? That's where she's supposed to be in life, because I bet she'll be good at that, right? And she shouldn't, if she's going to be an actress, be on something shit like Hollyoaks. It doesn't really matter that you have no acting ability, right? Do it that. That's it. Now all of a sudden you're into a show which is a high-level dramatic performance, which is comedic. I think you're at your depth, darling, right? I think you're at your depth.
See, what got me was the fact that she never even explored her femininity. She never even went, I'm a girl now. Wow. I
thought we were talking about Yaz.
Well, I think I don't know what she is.
Explore femininity, just not her own.
Yeah, well, that too.
Yeah, she very much wants to speak the love that dare not say its name.
As they say, 2 planks of wood.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe we'll set fire to the TARDIS by 2 planks of wood rubbing together. Sparks
make a fire.
Yeah, that's what they should call it. Do the campaign for the advertising. Sparks will fly.
Kindling.
Yes. Just such shit. But yeah, so
I hate that logo too.
Essentially, has lost the will's live. So then we got the coming soon. It's the oh wait, did we do the?
I was
review?
never a huge Eccleston fan. That was a weird thing.
The-
It wasn't until
that was
David
a huge-
Tennant
but
that I
these
really got
audios
into it.
were pretty good, right? The audios
Yeah.
were yeah. I mean, listen, it kind of made me nostalgic for Eccleston.
Yeah, I can
mean,
see
I
them
really
being
wish we
proper
could-
episodes, you know.
I love to get Mom going. So anyway, so that first one was good. And then we got this War Master one. I think it's going to be a bit weird. It's got Nissa and Joe Grant and this woman. They put her in freaking everything. What's her name again? Not Alexander Riley. I recognize it because I see her in everything. I'll recognize.
I'll tell you
her.
what, Derek Jacobi's not looking too hot, crash hot lately.
Well,
I actually just thought that was an old grandfather, and then I realized, holy shit, that's
no.
I've seen him perform. He's a fantastic actor. He really is.
Oh, so much easier now. I zoomed in. There it is. Is it Alexander Riley? I didn't know. I thought it was Emmanuel Burt or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
Who are these people? I mean, I know two of them. This is what I'm saying. They're introducing so many different people that we just don't know. And, you know, so there's no.
I mean, like we do know. Like, I have to tell you, so far the War Master sets have been excellent, right? And next month, no sign of Jodie. Oh no, there is. They got here. Look at this. They got a Jodie story, a new adventure by Joy Wilkinson. Joy Wilkinson, very badly named. So it seems an incredibly joyless person.
Is that a comic? Is that a comic?
No, it's going to be a. My guess is it's a prose story.
Oh.
My guess. Shit, they
I've
charged
already
$5.99.
lost interest in that.
They charged $5.99 for that. You got to be kidding me.
Well, they need the money, Rabbi.
They are having a laugh. They are. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at what are we going to look at. We're going to look at. Should we start with John Barrowman? Let's go Big Finish.
That used to be so beautiful, Doctor Who magazine, and I'm just like,
them were the days. Although I have to tell you, I'm doing a review.
The posters. It used to have posters. Does it still have posters?
That was great. Was that? Yeah. No, I was. I still have them all here. Let me just. I'll take this off for a second. Yeah, I'm doing a review of this tomorrow.
Ooh, that looks nice.
It's not. This one is totally for the completists. I have all the other ones.
Don't judge it by cover.
yeah. The cover is the best thing about it. It actually is. It's I've all the other collect apart from the Jodie one, of course. I have all the other comic book collections, right? So I thought, this is actually kind of interesting. To do Age of Chaos, which was written by Colin Baker with art. I thought by what's his name, John M. Burns, who was really really good. He did a lot of stuff in Looking. He did a lot of painted stuff. Firstly,
is that recent or is that a reprint?
No, this is in later. They're all reprints. It's from like 92, right? Okay. I never bothered to read it, though, like 96, I think, maybe, because I never bothered to read it, right? I just got married at the time. It was just like, I don't really care. I see why now. It's garbage. It's like, firstly, Colin Baker wrote it, and Colin Baker doesn't know what he's doing. He can't. He's like, I mean, they should have had Gary Russell was the editor on it. He should have co-written it for him because, he just didn't know what he was doing, right? There's a lot of
name, you know.
Well, yeah, but just use the name. But there's always this just clunky, amateurish, childish things. You kept going, and so, and things like that. Things that just didn't work in comics at all.
A dark and stormy night.
Yeah, it was exactly like that. Secondly, the story was generally speaking shit. Right, generally speaking, absolutely shit. Thirdly, the art was also shit. Amazing. They had John Burns, who's a great artist, but it was drawn for an American-sized comic, and so when you look at it as an English-sized comic, it's blown up and it doesn't look very good. Right, it looks too big, basically, and it looks absolutely nothing like what's it? Like Colin Baker. Yeah, was it? I got some scans of it. I did earlier. Let me pull these up.
I'd be surprised because some of those have been recolored as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's all. This is what it is. It's was it Scott Gray? I think. Let's have a look.
I'd be interested to know who did the coloring in it.
I think the coloring was
Charlie?
Steve Whitaker. So that must have been done at the time.
Yeah, Charlie Kirchhoff normally does the coloring in a lot of the. He did a lot in the previous ones as well for the brand new ones, but he's pretty good.
The editor on this is Scott Gray, and so I understand why this exists. It's because he woke himself out of a job. Essentially, he woke himself out of a job.
That's what they're all going to end up doing.
Well, he was there because he insisted on being the wokest guy ever, and next thing you know, the comic book which he was the editor of and the writer of was gone. And he had what was it? A go doing the artwork on the story, and it was atrocious, truly atrocious. So the front page is pretty good.
I thought everybody likes that Frobisher character.
Yeah, no, Frobisher's great as well. What's bad is the story and the artwork. Story, the dialogue, and the artwork. And it looks nothing like Colin Bloody Baker. Can I turn this around?
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, like, what?
Yeah.
Costume doesn't even look that good.
It doesn't look like him. I do like the art style. I will admit that, but
I don't. To me, it feels like one of the crappy annuals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's Perry's daughter, and there's a mysterious.
Maybe that's why I like it, because that was the only Doctor Who annual I ever had was the Colin Baker one.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one. So you have the what's the name? The this mysterious figure all the way through it. Who I'm like, well, that's obviously Perry. Really, they're on Perry's planet, but she's not there. And Carlos is dead. That's Perry's daughter.
Perry looks pretty good.
No, it's not Perry. This is Perry's daughter. Perry and Carlos's daughter.
Oh, okay, yep. All right, I thought Perry was dead, but anyway.
She's supposed to be dead, but she turns out she's alive with it. Doesn't matter. It's bollocks. Absolutely bollocks.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just badly written, right? The whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I think it. Yeah, having done comics before, it's it's got to have good writers and good artists. You can't have good art and then have bad shit writing.
If it has neither, right? If it actually has neither, that's always a bad thing. So let's.
Well, that doesn't interest you, yeah.
Let me pull up that Fauci thing.
I need to have a look at this Fauci thing. Yeah, I'm having nightmares about that bloody He-Man shit.
Yeah, what do they do about it? How have they woken up?
They've pretty much they have literally gotten rid of He-Man and put Teela front and center. From what I have read with the reviews, she is front and center, and so is a girlfriend.
Okay,
and she is the one that will be, helping Eternia, not He-Man. Prince Adam's still there, but he's useless. He's a useless male.
Well, isn't Prince Adam the same as He-Man?
Well, yes, but he needs the power sword to turn into He-Man.
He doesn't have the power?
No, the He-Man the sword has been broken in half. So he is no longer able to transform into He-Man. So now he is pretty much being protected by Madame Teela. And it looks woke as hell.
Yeah, one thing. The thing is, it's just coming up. Yeah, there we go there.
And they're going to kill off a lot of characters too, by the way.
The only one I really cared about was Man at Arms. I always liked Man at Arms.
Well, that was the weird thing was that Kevin Smith's clueless. He's absolutely clueless.
Well, he always is. I mean, the reason he's such a fake poser because he, that's who he is. Anyway, check this out. I'll scoot past the Knowles stuff, and we'll just.
What you said this time.
Yeah.
I totally resent the lie that you are now propagating.
What we're alleging is the gain-of-function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
Rand Paul.
Yeah, I'll just get the clip.
Dr. Fauci.
See, YouTube's better. It gives you a little preview so you see where you are. Like they should do that. Like, really? I just want a bloody clip. Don't get me wrong. I like Michael Knowles, right? But, you know, I don't want to steal his work.
The
People won't let him get away with it.
Now you're getting into something. If the point that you are making is that the grant that was funded...
He's been quite vocal lately, hasn't he?
...to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2. That's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Wait a minute.
It didn't come from the lab, but all the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab, and there will be responsibility for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I totally resent...
allow the witness to
I
respond.
totally resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because if you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses
it is,
caused it.
It
No
is
one alleging that
molecularly...
those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain-of-function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That is
Can't
not...
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not obfuscating the truth.
Senator
You're the
Paul's
one.
time is expired, but I will.
I'm sorry they haven't showed it. They actually go through the definition and reads it out, and then reads what they're doing in the lab, and it completely matches.
Yeah, you know what? I reckon Mel Brooks will end up playing him in the movie.
Mel Brooks
Because this seems so producers-ish, you know.
Allow the witness to.
Let me just finish. No, you are. No, I am rubber and you are glue.
Do you have any more of it? Hang on.
This is working on.
Yeah, I think I was sort of on Ben Shapiro's channel. So look, oh god, what happened to?
Scientific,
Oh, there's a redhead. Watch out, she'll get replaced.
Yeah, by a black woman. Press me by White House Secretary Jim Passy. But I only want to see it as there's a reason to it. Hey, I think it was on Ben Shapiro's feed. Look at videos. No, that's Michael Knowles. That's the one we just looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it must have been. No, it was.
I think this shelf life is about to expire, actually, this whole woke
Yeah, well,
agenda.
they were saying they were going to like throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Biden, they were saying that a while ago. Is it? No, that was one we're just looking at. Yeah, was this? Do a search, Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. You see how they change around? Shuts down. Dr. Fauci shuts down U.S. Senator Rand Paul. No, he doesn't.
You know what? That's SBS News. That is Australian news, and that's what I have to. That's what I read every day. Load of propaganda bullshit.
Yeah, Australia. I don't know what happened to Australia. You guys went woke as fuck.
Oh, we're totally fucked. Well, I recently I actually did a video because it was pissing me off what they were saying about lockdowns and that in America about Australian lockdowns and that they didn't work. And I had a bit of a rant and I ended up privatizing the video because I was like, oh, I think I went a little bit too far.
I mean, but, do they work or don't they work?
It's the fact that, you know, they...
Oh, by the way, you'll be interested in this. Why I didn't mind taking the vaccine? Why I had me personally had no problem with it. It's because of this. I understand the fear that it might be, and it's a genuine one. It seems credible that somehow it's being used in some way to disadvantage the people getting it, right? Some way to turn them into sheep, sterilize them, do something, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, who knows? I have no evidence of any of that.
Absolute rubbish, that is.
But that's the fear, right? So
yeah,
because this thing was endorsed by all of Israel, like there's no Israeli politicians that's going to be in the elite that's going to get out, right? We're all going down because we're all Jews, right? We're not allowed in the country club. And because of that, if like Netanyahu is okay with it, because he'll go down with us. Because if that's the case, I didn't mind taking it.
I've had it. I've had my shots.
Oh.
I've had Pfizer. And but I work in the healthcare industry, so it was it was offered to me, and I have elderly parents who I have to deal with on a regular basis, and that was the reason why I did it.
Although this whole Delta variant doesn't give a fuck, does it?
No, and this is the issue that I've had, especially in Australia at the moment, is because that's what we're copping at the moment is a Delta variant, because we allowed our borders open. But
we have
the weird thing is,
our cases are going through the roof. We were down to like 10 a day, maybe 5 a day, like nothing. Now it's up to 1,400.
Yes, it's See, the weird thing is, the state that I live in, Tasmania, is totally COVID free because we have a moat. We're an island, so we have a moat, and we've just put the drawbridge up, and we ain't letting anyone in. As soon as one COVID person hits, Victoria, New South Wales or whatever, we shut the gate. We're like, nah, you're not coming in, and no one's allowed out. And that has actually, for the last year, we have been totally free of it. But Sydney and Melbourne, they all helped themselves as soon as they got free, and they've had 4 or 5 lockdowns by this time in the last year, by the way.
Right.
Every time they become free of it, and the poor people, I mean, I've got family in Melbourne, they've got to go through lockdown for weeks on end. Once they've done it, they open up the borders again, open up the international flights, and this is where this is the shit that happens. And you got all these people in America saying, "Oh, lockdowns aren't working," and all this. Lockdowns are working. It's the stupid politicians that are allowing everybody to come back into the country, and this is where it all happens. If we just kept where we were, and just wait until it all dissipates.
In Israel, we're pretty insulated. I don't think it's really hard to come and go right now. Yeah, same thing. Oh, here. This thing from you hear from the beginning to end.
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about. Okay, you get one person.
Let's read from the NIH definition of gain of function. This is your definition that you guys wrote. Dr. Fauci, as you are aware, it is a crime to lie to Congress. Section 1001 of the U.S. Criminal Code creates a felony and a 5-year penalty for lying to Congress. On your last trip to May 11th, you stated that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And yet, gain-of-function research was done entirely in the Wuhan Institute by Dr. Shi and was funded by the NIH. I'd like to ask unanimous consent to insert into the record the Wuhan virology paper entitled Discovery of a Rich Gene Pool of Bat SARS-Related Coronaviruses. Please deliver a copy of the journal article to Dr. Fauci.
I mean, that's really bad.
He's gone.
We found this really rich seam of coronavirus that was just going to get crazy from bats. Okay, let's carry on.
In this paper, Dr. Shi credits the NIH and lists the actual number of the grant that she was given by the NIH.
Like that's pretty damning. So she thanked them for it and then gave her the number.
In this paper, she took 2 bat coronavirus genes, spike genes, and combined them with a SARS-related backbone to create new viruses that are not found in nature. These lab-created viruses were then shown to replicate in humans. These experiments combine genetic information from different coronaviruses that infect animals but not humans, to create novel artificial viruses able to infect human cells. Viruses that in nature only infect animals were manipulated in the Wuhan lab to gain the function of infecting humans. This research fits the definition of the research that the NIH said was subject to the pause in 2014 to 2017, a pause in funding on gain of function.
I mean, like, you've just had your ass handed to you at that point, right? I mean, like, we thanked you for the money. Like,
but the NIH failed to recognize
It all comes down to money.
It finds it away, and it never came under any scrutiny. Dr. Richard E. Bright, a molecular biologist from Rutgers, described this research in Wuhan as the Wuhan lab used NIH funding to construct novel chimeric SARS-related coronaviruses able to infect human cells and laboratory animals. This is high-risk research that creates new
tested it on themselves.
Potential pandemic pathogens that exist only in the lab.
Okay, I mean, like, that's really bad.
Yeah, that's just spelling it out, isn't it?
That's like,
Did
like,
that just happen?
I don't know. There's nothing else you can say at that point. Well, you're going to see what he says. Okay, it's so funny.
Not in nature. This research matches, these are Dr. E. Bright's words, this research matches, indeed epitomizes, the definition of gain-of-function research, done entirely in Wuhan, for which there was supposed to be a federal pause. Dr. Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Like, now I proved it.
I plead the fifth.
I'm gonna let you take a step down. Yeah, and I proved it, right? I'm gonna let you just take a step down, okay? No, he's gonna blow himself up.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you were referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans.
Right.
You're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about. Okay, you get one person.
Let's read from the NIH definition of gain of function. This is your definition that you guys wrote. It says that scientific research that increases the transmissibility among mammals is gain of function. They took animal viruses that only occur in animals and they increased their transmissibility to humans. How you can say that is not gain of function?
It is not.
It's a dance, and you're dancing around this because you're trying to obscure responsibility for 4 million people dying around the world from a pandemic.
And let's send Dr. Fauci.
I have to, well, now you're getting into something. If the point that you are making is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2, that's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Well, wait a minute.
It did come from the lab, but all the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab, and there will be responsibility for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I totally
This committee will allow the witness to respond.
I totally resent the...
See, this is what happens when a weak person is given too much authority and it is faced down by somebody who's strong, right?
Yeah.
Weak people shouldn't be in authority, because this is what happens. And again, this exact thing happened to me. I'm so enjoying watching this guy squirm.
Lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because if you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses caused it.
It is molecularly...
Those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain-of-function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That is
not...
not...
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not obfuscating the truth. You're the one.
Time is expired.
So it was worth watching the full clip. It was really worth watching, because it really did.
Puts it in context.
Let me just finish. I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists.
Yeah, qualified.
Those viruses are molecularly
No, look at that. He's shaking.
impossible
No one's
to
saying
result
they are. No
in
one's saying those
SARS-CoV-2.
viruses caused the pandemic.
Senator Paul,
We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were
They're not.
animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And
You
you
admit the truth.
and you
Senator
implying
Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses who come before this committee to respond.
and you are implying that what we did was responsible for the deaths of individual. I totally resent
could
that.
have been.
And if anybody
could
is
have been.
lying here, Senator, it is you.
Senator Smith.
Yeah, had his ass handed to him, big time, big time.
You can write that in his book.
I mean, there was something good on the first screen. There seems to be monthly adventures 1 to 150, more than 50% off. That's probably back when Big Finish was good. Look at news.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
So this thing, this Martha thing, I was like, eh. Then I think,
Wow,
I think
he
it
doesn't
ended
look too
there.
good. Tom does not look good.
No, it's like, yeah, he's not long for the world. I mean, by the looks of
No,
it.
I got a shock
he
when I
should live
saw him in
another 50
Shadow.
years. I'll be happy, but he doesn't. It doesn't look good, does he? But speaking of looking good, she does look good.
Yeah.
She's Dr.
I liked
Martha
her.
Jones.
She was better than Rose, I feel.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. Yeah, I agree with you. She's Dr. Martha Jones. Who the hell are you? Feeema Agtman returns in her own triumphant trio of audio adventures to be released in December 2021. They did something similar with this. What was it called again? They did the story of. They did this exact premise. One second. Feeema Agtman BBC audio, because there are people who put it out. Could this be? Was it Wet World? No. It was one of these ones.
Hasn't she got a big career in America now?
Oh, so yeah, so this was one of them, right? So it was set in her year that she was running from the master, telling everybody about the doctor. That's it. Hang on 1 second. Doctor Who, the Weeping Feeema Agtman. Oh, yeah, there's an E in there.
Adventures.
Story of Martha. Right. It was the story of Martha. Who else? What other books are there in the series? What is it? Feeema Agtman? Well, maybe it was just that one. But I remember them doing it, right? That's basically the point, right? So, they were books on tape. They weren't full cast. So this would be full cast. Let's have a read. After more than a decade away from the TARDIS, the 10th Doctor companion Martha Jones is returning to the world of Doctor Who in a brand new box set of full cast audio dramas from Big Finish Productions. What other Doctor would you want to put it up with? I'd like to say with Capaldi.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be good. Be good with Capaldi. Set between the 2007 TV episode "Sound of Drums" and "Last of the Time Lords," these new stories explore the year when Martha, Feeema Agtman, spent a year traveling the Earth, warning humanity about the Master and spreading hope about tales of her friend the Doctor. Also featuring in these adventures were Martha's mum, Francie's own, with legendary British actress Adjoa Addo. I'm surprised they use the word actress and not actor. But okay.
It's going back in style, actually. That one is. Actress, yep.
The Year of Martha Jones is now available to pre-order, and so I'm like thinking, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be so woke. That's it. It's James Goss, Tim Foley, and Matt Fitton. I'm like, well, that's actually a good lineup. That's a pretty darn good lineup.
Yeah. If they do it right.
If they do it right, that's the question. Producer David said, I love Martha Jones and I love the tales of the apocalyptic Earth. So that when we secured Feeema for this box set, I was immediately drawn to the idea of Martha's year on the Subjugated by the Master. The Doctor has lost Martha's family, is a top of fate sweeping the skies. Right, and the mission to travel the world, sharing tales of a Time Lord who defeats monsters. There's so much more dramatic potential in the story, and our writers will have a lot of fun with that. Feeema said, we really didn't know what Martha was going to do during the year on Earth. We see her embark on it, and we see the conclusion, but it's interesting to see her as an ordinary person trying to do extraordinary things. She has incredible independence and strength. So I think we can rely on that. But it's great to see how she does ebb and flow through the journey. So that actually doesn't sound bad, and I think December's quite an empty month. Let's have a look. 1 second.
Never say no to Martha.
I'll just scoot forward a few months. Oh man, I'm so pissed off Dalek Universe. So Stranger 3, piss off. I'm not getting it. Year of Martha Jones, maybe. I got the War Doctor. Robots, I stopped this. Oh, Baby the Butcher. I might even get this this book on tape. I'm assuming it's Colin Baker reading.
I've never seen an episode.
Oh, you get out of here!
No,
get out of here! Really?
No.
Oh man, you
really.
got into Blake 7.
Yeah, Blake 7 was
awesome.
never huge here, so it was always just.
Oh man, Blake 7 is really good. Do you want to do a show, or we'll watch like 3 episodes at a time, and we'll do like your first time through?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a rewatch. So listen, it's a pretty empty month. By the way, War Doctor, very good. You know why it's very good? Because they don't have the latitude to piss around, right? With the War Doctor, they don't have a star, right? They have his performance is very good. I honestly think
I heard him the other day, and I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, but he actually is not an impersonation. He gives a performance. He does a good job. But they don't have a David Tennant to rely on for you to buy this. This is like they're scared about this one, and so they're not pissing around. They do actual Dalek stories, doing Dalek-y things, right? Which they didn't do with what's it? Dalek Universe. Piece of bloody crap. Oh man, that annoyed me. Night Talks Adventures, that's not bad. I got this. I pre-ordered this. They finally wooed me in. You know how they wooed me into this one? Firstly, I was like, I'll do like the Unit. I don't really like Unit that much. And it's got Alex Warriors. I'm not the Avengers. Then they said, but wait a minute. We're going to put the 11 in. Have you ever heard the 11?
No.
Oh, great villain.
Okay.
Really, really good audio villain. Basically, the idea is all his regenerations are conscious simultaneously, and he's schizophrenic, and he's completely, and most of his regenerations are evil and insane. So he's a really good villain, right? I really, really recommend him.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
that's something new, isn't it?
Well, it's relative that he first came in against Paul McGann in Doom Coalition, I think.
Yeah, but still, I've mostly only ever seen the actual TV series, so I've had a few audiobooks, but I've not heard this character.
You should totally get into the War Doctor stuff. That you'll really like.
I think I would.
So anyway, first they said the 11th, and also we're going to throw in Tom Baker. He'll be the curator. Then they got the guy who's playing Harry Sullivan, and this girl's going to be the new companion of the 4th Doctor, and they've recorded them already. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not buying all of them. I'm giving this one a try, and you better not piss me around, okay? Also had decent writers. They had Andrew Smith, John Dorney. Lisa McMillan isn't terrible. I've seen her do it. Let's have a look. See what she's done.
They travel to Australia. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's windswept and interesting.
I wonder if they'll bump into Tegan.
Probably not. So yeah, listen, you can see that you go back a reasonable way, and she's written stuff. So at least she's got some experience, right?
Survivors was a good series.
Yeah, I do agree. So there you go. Am I going to get the Martha Jones one? I might do.
Yeah, that'd be worthwhile, I reckon.
I'm more likely to get that than I am to get the Doctor's Daughter. Survivors are bringing back. No, I'm out. Leave me alone. I liked it, but like I'm just done with. Like I've been burnt way too many times by Big Finish. There better be some Daleks in this, mate. Like there better be some Daleks in this one. Did we do anything about these Third Doctor adventures? Alan Barnes, and Robert Valentine. They're okay. Okay. And did you have the cast? Hang on a second. We got John Coltrane's doing Brigadier. Sadie Miller's doing Sarah Jane Smith. So this is what they need to do, right? Mm-hmm. They need to have John Coleshaw teach Sadie Miller, Liz Sladen's daughter, how to do Sarah Jane Smith. Because when he does Sarah Jane Smith, it sounds like Sarah Jane Smith, right? When she does it, it doesn't at all sound like Sarah Jane Smith. It's really weird.
Yeah, I have actually noticed that too.
Okay, so the stories are conspiracy in space. When the TARDIS is delivered to Draconia, the Doctor and Jo fall afoul of a hawkish Lady Zim. War with Earth seems imminent. Okay, so sounds good. A cool Draconia story. The Draconian military are on high alert, and rumors of a super weapon arrive. Execution, assassination, intrigue, and a mysterious faction known as the Eyes are all part of a deadly mission. The Doctor and Jo have no choice but to accept, but they fight to survive. The peace of the entire galaxy is in the balance. Sounds good. Sounds like a good, like James Bondy Third Doctor one, right? That sounds really cool. And then you got the Devil's Hoof Print. So yeah, that also sounds good. Long ago in Devon, 1855, a mysterious event occurred overnight during a terrible blizzard. Thousands of hoof prints appeared in the snow. The tracks led for miles, and no one ever identified who or what caused them. Many years later, the Doctor, Sarah, and Brigadier come to Devon themselves to visit a controversial science establishment in the wake of mysterious death and rumors of strange occurrences in the vicinity. So this sounds like a good horror-y one as well. But things are about to get much worse because they're about to uncover the origins of the Devil's Hoofprints, one mystery that shouldn't remain unsolved. Can they listen? They've had this really annoying thing with the Third Doctor Adventures where they got to insert female characters really awkwardly. So here I'll go back.
See, if that had been in the proper era, he would have told her to put them in their place too.
Probably. So this one, it's they have in one story. It's a good story. But they introduced this new female sergeant. It should have been Benton. That would have made a lot more sense. Hell yeah!
I used to love Benton.
And the other one, the Gulf, they go to this like colony planet, which is like all water, and it's all women. The entire thing, only women are there. So I'm like, okay.
Wet t-shirt competitions.
No, these were Dower 70s women. This one was excellent. Okay, this is perhaps the best one. Poison of the Daleks by Guy Adams. Really good. It's a Brigadier, the Doctor. Here, unit has been seconded to handle security at Breathe Industries revolutionary new air filtration plant. The Doctor initially is dismissive, but when a man seems to disappear out of thin air, his curiosity is piqued. The Doctor soon discovers that the plant is connected to another time, another place. Stranded with Jo and the Brigadier and Benton on a distant planet, the Doctor discovers the terrible truth behind Breathe Industries' new technologies. His oldest enemies, the Daleks. Can even the Doctor and Jo manage to save the two worlds this time? It's a really good story. That one I know, but this was a strong one. So there you go. 5. What's the next thing we have to look at? Are
there any Benton solo stories?
Very few.
Okay.
It's a companion. I think there's only one actually. Let me think. It's what's his name again? Who plays him?
John Levine.
John Levine. There you go. So we'll do a search for all John Levine. So this was good. United. He was in this one. I didn't think he was in this one.
Chronicles. Yeah, that's what I was saying, because it was actually you actually read it out.
Oh, there you go.
Benton was at.
There we go.
Because I used to like Benton. It was actually one of my favorite characters because it's like
he's in this Companion Chronicle one. It's kind of a James Bondy one.
James Bond.
It's kind of fun. And then there's he was in the 5th volume. And
his head doesn't suit the body.
This is pretty good, by the way. Unit Assembled. It has both the old and the new unit teams working together with a story of
crappy Silurians. Yeah.
Well, that.
And the crappy Silurians.
Crappy Silurians, yes. But yeah, listen,
guys.
This was a fun story, though. I did enjoy that. Fine, so let's look at this.
Audio is always good. More imagination. You can just pretend that it's a different Silurian.
Let's have a look at this story about John Barrowman being uncancelled. Okay, John Barrowman can be given a second chance by ATV amid allegation of exposing. It's not allegations. It was he did expose. No one's alleging it.
He did it. This is what I can't get. Is just the fact that he did it, but people are fans, so they're going to give him a free pass, and I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay, who's a victim in this case?
Well, that's the thing. See, there's no one that's really
a victim. Then it was like all consensual. Everybody shut up. Honestly, I was on a stream at 4 a.m. my time of a bunch of with at least one furry in it. Right? I'm like, whatever you want to do, mate. Whatever floats your boat. There's nothing to do with me. You can do what you want. It's like as long as everyone's happy, it's nothing to do with me. Okay, it looks like John Barrowman could be given a second chance.
I wouldn't want to be in a room with him.
What?
I wouldn't want to be in a room with him.
I would have bought. I don't think he's gonna. I think he would do that as backstage, as a part of backstage.
That's what I mean. Backstage. I don't mean in front of a crowd.
No, like if you were in a theatrical background, you were around people were naked a lot. Where they did the quick changes. So people were very, and I think it's just a thing.
He is a show off. I have seen him in real life, and he is a show off.
Exactly. But I think, honestly, what drives him is wanting to make people happy, right? I think he genuinely wants to, and he's just joking, right? I think he got caught.
He loves his job as an entertainer.
Exactly. Okay. So his second chance by the accusation of exposing himself on set at Torchwood, as he's reportedly been asked to return to the host of All-Star Musicals. So hopefully Big Finish will release the Captain Jack one they didn't release. The actor previously apologized for tomfoolery on set of Doctor Who spin-off with the popular character Captain Jack Harkness after 2 former runners claimed that he would get his genitals out on a regular basis. Yeah, 2 runners. Will you shut up, you freaking weak, spineless children? I was going to say a bunch of other epitaphs, but I would get in trouble. All the things I was going to call them are things that aren't bad things now, according to the world. John recently revealed he was undergoing therapy in the wake of these allegations. Oh, piss off. He was just waiting for it to be over. I mean, he's probably undergoing therapy from all the hate he got. Though it seems
the lockdown.
I wanted to take a chance on the American actor. He's Scottish, as they are reportedly discussing him returning to the entertainment special. It's a good idea because he's very good. The program sees a lineup of 6 celebrities embarking on the ultimate musical theatre masterclass, with the 2 most recent series being won by barrister and broadcaster Robert Rinder, whoever he is. Talks with Barrowman are going well. Yeah, what? Yes, I will do it. I think that's how they talk. Would you? Yes. Yeah, I'm back. I'll do it. He's the best man for the job. It's been accepted that his behavior was foolish rather than predatory. I think everybody agrees with that. He knows it was clearly a daft thing to do, but it was all a long time ago, and there's really no chance of it happening again. We're drawing a line and moving on. Yes, who's saying that? Who is somebody saying?
An insider.
An
insider it was.
Okay, it was insider.
Yeah.
Yes, please find the sausage. Well, nothing is confirmed. It does take. If it does take the role, this would mean see him reunite with. This could see him return to host ITV's Dancing on Ice. They want him back. Okay, people liked him. He got them ratings. They want him
his
back.
job back.
And I think he's done enough penance, right? I think that's what happened. The Outsider previously blasted, but reports that he had been dropped as a judge on the ice skating competition, saying that next year's lineup panel hasn't been decided yet. So hopefully he's back on. In a recent interview with Daily Mail's Weekend magazine, John elaborated on his behavior. Let's see what he had to say. He insists his actions were to diffuse awkwardness on set. There was absolutely nothing sexual about my acting. Well, it was your dick, mate. Sexual about my acting. It's not. I mean, right. Listen. You got to be so non-sexual with your dick. I mean, like it's called your.
Yeah, you can't just whip it out and go. Hey,
yeah. No, that's reasonably sexual. Even
though you're gay, whoop-de-doo.
Instead, you weren't trying to rape anyone, but it was. Maintain a jokey blah blah.
You know, everybody's proud of it, but just don't need to show it to everybody.
Yeah. Okay. I think I was going to. Am I going to do J.K. Rowling? I think. Oh, you know what we'll do here? This is what we're going to do. Let me find these. There's a couple of things we have to look at before I go. A couple of very, very disturbing things. Let me find it for you. We live in a strange world, mate. We live in a strange world.
Don't we?
Yeah, then it's getting stranger. Here it is. Let's go to libs of TikTok. There is like an unlimited well of stupidity. Yes, here it is. So check this out. There we go. Yeah, this is.
I'm a feminist boy. Watch me be a man who has all the feels. I can laugh, cry, sing, and still.
That is child abuse.
To be tough, just to get respect.
Okay, no, yes, you do. Idiot kid. Yes, you have to be tough. If you can get your ass kicked, you're not tough and you do not get respect. Yes, you have to be tough to get respect. God, this kid needs to be kicked in the balls by a kid younger than him. And then say you need to be tough, and that's only because I'm not advocating violence, but that's what I think would be helpful for him. If I was his parent, I would kick him in the balls for him, and then say, "Do you feel respected?"
He's still developing, no.
Well, I would whip that out for him straight away. Let's see what else I got to say.
They might get stuck. Put a bit of enthusiasm in it. Oh, piss off.
Okay, pink and purple aren't boy colours unless you're a faggot. Okay.
Well, you know what? I actually said that to someone once. They said, "How do you know he's gay?" I said, "Because his shirt was pink." And then I realised the person I was talking to had a pink shirt.
Actually, I have.
But he was a cross-dresser, so that was different.
I have a friend of mine who's of Persian descent, right? So there's another branch of Judaism called Sephardi, which are like the more eastern desert Jews, right? So sometimes he wears a pink shirt, right, and he got a button-down shirt. Every time I say to him, listen, yeah, you're a real man, mate. You're a real man because I am too uncomfortable. I'm too weak to wear a pink shirt. I could not do it. But you're all man, mate. Who's not all man? These little pussy kids.
Oh no! Look, what the hell is like hairstyle as well? Jeez, they look like that one. That one actually looked like Hitler.
That is child abuse, darling.
You're wearing pussy hats. It was to me, getting any kids to do a song like that is child abuse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, this is not good.
No. And the worst thing is, see, that kid looks like Hitler with his hairstyle. Well, they're all Hitlers now.
It's not passe. This all sounds like idiot women writing things for children.
Is this American?
It must be. That's not my future. No, your future is being bent over and fucked in the ass, mate. Okay? That's what's going to happen to you. You are going to be somebody's bitch boy. Okay? And that's if you're lucky.
Oh, he's not going to live that down for the rest of his life. Oh, what they have to do to become famous.
God, stop! I can't watch the child abuse. No! No!
That's what it is.
You are bad.
That's so toxic, is it?
Let's see what this guy's got to say.
That's a girl.
Let's talk about QPO.
You're saying it's a guy, it's a girl, dude.
One of my most requested micro labels, so I know a bunch of y'all will relate.
Work it out.
QPO means to desire or long for. QPO sexuals are people who experience little to no sexual attraction, but still have a desire for a sexual relationship. They are usually sex favorable, but not always. Sometimes.
Okay.
Fancy.
Okay. These fucking kids, they're out their minds. They're all out their fucking mind. Like, these fucking kids are all out their.
Whoa.
Well, that makes sense.
Now that's a bloke.
No. All these kids are out their bloody minds.
I can't believe you watch TikTok.
Okay, people are really out here acting like they can't comprehend they them pronouns. They're like, oh,
Yeah, we can understand, but we just think you're too stupid.
I'm too busy looking at somewhere else than
Right,
actually hearing it.
It's like it's too weird, mate. It's too bloody weird. Oh yeah, look at this. This is what we're going to end on, right?
Awesome. And I bet you, no, I don't know. I don't think I know that artist.
Just picked up a new book at.
But he would love that, I reckon.
I'm sure he
would love that job.
America's Doctor by Kate.
He's probably a Pixar artist.
Alexander.
It just like look at that. I mean, like these people are sick and deranged. They're all sick and deranged. The world is ending, mate. No, I don't want. Hey, everybody, welcome to my. Okay,
that's a bloke.
Called gray sexuality. Now, gray sexuality.
He's like what, 13?
Where you identify.
Yep.
Okay, your voice hasn't broken it, you stupid little boy. Again, these parents should be kicking their kids in the balls, right? And I think if a parent refuses to do that, they should get a sock. Somebody should get a sock. Fill it with human.
The thing is, though, the parents may be actually, bringing it on sort of thing.
It's all too weird. I can't deal with this. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat, and this is taking away my.
I'm going to bed.
Did we put your channel in the chat? What do you have coming up on your channel?
Well, I'm going to be doing He-Man reviews.
Okay.
I'm actually going to put myself through it to do it.
Well, I might join you. Fine. Let me show you what we got coming on my channel. We did this the other day. Did this early in the stream, but here we go. Stop screen. Share screen. Is that? Here we go. Doink. So I think this is going to drop Saturday. My guess. Doctor Who magazine review.
Do they still make good covers? I would buy that cover in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that was a good cover. 2018 review is going always goes out on Friday. This is also for Friday. Saturday we're getting Holy Wardrobe Malfunction. Yes. My and also I think Billy Tucci is joining me. As is All American Comics. I have no idea what his name is. I guess we'll find out. Fine! Can you hit the like button, share button, subscribe button? That would be bad double days. Oh, yeah. I missed a bunch of people. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Jonathan Cox, how you doing? Derek McManus, how are you, sir? Unknown 289. Kevin W. Clark, how are you? I think Noel's here. How you doing, Noel?
Hello.
Then that was a while ago.
Oh, whoops.
Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is here. Wonderful, Wonder Girl and Sixes. Oh, that's really cool. Hosam Lab in Texas trained the Wuhan scientists before they went to Wuhan. Well, that's always good to know, I guess. Okay. Merck said, I said hello to you. Fine. We've caught up. I am now going to go and have dinner. I'm a bit peckish. I wonder if any of that food my kids made is left. Let's go and find out. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi of another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the Wizzy Wheel. The Wizzy Wheel is